Tom and my buddy Mauler out of Florida
Yeah,
doing a
well,
podcast. And today we're going to be talking about some anime, some video games, Killer Instinct, and much, much more. And right before we started broadcasting, Mahler, what was that about? You were able to watch the Killer Instinct thing. I completely I watched the character reveals. I watched the Kim Woo thing, which I'm already in love with
yeah.
Kim Woo. Not
I
gonna
know a lot
lie.
of people are saying she has a manly face. There's a lot of people saying she has a manly face, but I don't really see it. I don't know. I'm okay with her design. I think her outfit looks awesome. Her moveset looks pretty fucking sick. I mean, I'm curious to see how she's going to play.
I think she's like the Michelangelo of Killer Instinct, really. I mean, like dude, they did the all right. Nunchucks are not easy. Nunchucks are
Yeah,
not easy to
yeah,
do
yeah.
in 2D
You know
fighters.
how many times I've hit? Oh, I thought we were talking about in real life. I was about to
No,
say,
no,
like,
no,
you know
no.
how many times I've hit myself in
Dude,
the nuts with
nunchucks in
those
real
things?
life, like you remember those? Remember the rubber soft ones that you could get like at the store when you were a kid?
Yeah,
Like you can,
yeah, the little
those
training
fuckers
ones.
still hurt.
Training, but they
The little,
still hurt.
the little
Exactly.
plastic tip that no one really thought of, and it's like you get these huge
Yeah.
and if anybody know what we're talking about, like there used to be these huge black foam rubber. They were probably what I want to say, probably
Hmm.
about 10 inches long each one, and had this black string or
Yeah.
chain. But at the end of it, there was this little plastic nub that stuck out, and if you hit
Plastic
yourself
hard
with it,
nub.
yeah,
Exactly.
if you
Yeah.
hit yourself with it, you were your
Probably get a
parents.
bruise.
Your parents were discovering your new cuss words, the ones that you learned now.
Yeah. That's gonna
But
leave a mark.
what do you think of that? All right, like Kim Woo, I like her. I mean, I think the issue that people are having with her face is that um, I don't want to say it looks too man-like. I think it, in my personal opinion, I still
Bland.
think she looks good. I think she looks a little stiff in her normal position, but that's just me. I mean, in comparison to like Cinder, Cinder's like jumping around, But I
Oh
think her
yeah, of
face
course.
looks too plain. I don't think it looks. I think the
That's what I
biggest
was saying.
issue.
Bland. It looks kind of bland
I
compared to the
wouldn't say
rest
it
of the
looks
cat. But as
masculine. You know.
well, no, but yeah. There's some people that are saying that it's masculine. There's some people that would agree that it's bland, plain, whatever have you. Um, but in all honesty, I mean, she's a regular girl. I mean, not really regular. I mean, she's obviously some kind of like gifted girl, but she's just a regular human being. Like, I mean, look at fucking Jago. Half of his face is covered up by a mask. You don't even know
You
what's
know
under
that's
there.
an
You could be...
interesting thought. That's an interesting thought. I'm gonna tweet. I'm gonna tweet Iron Galaxy, and be like, "Hey
what does
guys,
Jago look like?
are you ever gonna do a Jago where he has no mask? Is he just butt? Does he have like I don't know, Joker smile
He
or
just
some
has like
shit?
this. No, he has One Punch Man face.
One
He has
Punch
One
Man
Punch
face.
Man face.
Oh Jesus.
He has Saitama face. That's what it is.
And
This
of course they.
bland look, this just blank
All right,
stare.
so Rash is obviously in the game. Rash looks so
Mm.
much fucking better than he did when he originally
Oh
came
yeah,
out. The
well he's
model.
gonna have the two. He's gonna have the two skins. They're two separate skins. They mentioned
Oh,
that.
yeah.
They have the one that looks way more detailed, and he looks like he fits in with the cast a lot better. And then they have the retro look, which is like basically his old like model, where his old cartoony look, which is cool. I'm glad that they kind of gave him a little bit of a touch up to fit in with the rest of the cast, because a lot of people were complaining that he doesn't fit into the KI cast. And I mean, physically, I could agree with that statement, but literally, he is a rare character. So that kind of doesn't make sense. That's not really valid. You know what I mean?
I don't know what developer or someone in there like just thought, hey, let's get Rash from Battletoads. Like who was sitting there thinking
Who
Rash from
thought that?
Battletoads? Like I mean, like were they looking online and seeing what IPs that they
They were probably looking for guest character. Yeah, they were probably looking for guest
is
characters.
it a
They
rare
were
character?
probably looking
Is
for a guest
Battletoads
character to get.
rare?
Yes. It's on Rare
That's
Replay.
right.
Battletoads is on Rare Replay. Yes,
That
and
dude,
they
I
were
honestly
probably looking for a guest character.
honestly like since they have all the rare shit, do you know how much like how much of a door that opens for them to cross intellectual properties into new intellectual properties? Like they pulled Rash.
True, but
And,
yeah, but how many more characters can they possibly get from the Rare the rare side of things. You know what I mean? It's just there's not a whole. I mean, I guess what's her name from Perfect Dark? She's kind of cool. But what's her name? Joanna. There we go. Um, she's kind of cool, but it would be hard to imagine a gunslinger in KI. She's
I
because
mean,
she is kind of like she does.
they
I
put
mean, she does have martial arts
they
too, I
put
guess, right?
Bayonetta in Smash, and she's a gunslinger.
Yeah, I get,
But I
but you
don't know.
can't.
Everybody has
I don't know if you can
projectiles.
compare the two.
Everybody
You
has
can't
projectiles in
Yeah,
Smash too.
you're right. That is true.
And
That is true.
and that's like comparing Killer Instinct to Smash is like apples and oranges. It really is way two separate fighting
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
That it's
exactly.
I mean
I mean,
like
it is a
Street
fighting
Fighter is
game.
more
It is considered a
comparable.
fighting game, obviously, but it
Yeah.
is a fighting game
I
nonetheless.
mean
We're
Killer
not
Instinct.
discrediting it as a
I
fighter.
kind of feel like Killer Instinct's in its own category because when you play Killer Instinct, you're not playing like Street Fighter. You're not playing like Smash. You're just
Oh yeah,
trying,
yeah.
and like Street Fighter, you
You're
at
coming
least
out.
want to
Your
do
combos just
damage,
go nuts.
block, damage, footsies. Killer Instinct is just
Footsies, exactly.
it's
There's
just
footsies in Killer Instinct. It's
there
just
is if
not
you're
as much
fucking
as
Glacius,
well,
like
not just Glacius,
every
but
dude
just but just
from what I watched from that fucking tournament was it's another match of Glacius. Oh, it's another Master Glacius. Now it's Riptor against Glacius. Now it's Jago against Glacius. Now it's
I
Orchid again.
saw
It's just fucking
there was
Glacius
Orchid.
out the
There was
dick.
no. Well, there were. I mean, Glacius was used in the final match. Rico Suave, by the way, won KI Cup. I'm
Oh,
sure
that's
everybody
right.
knows by
Yeah,
now.
he was. He
Um,
was. When I was watching it, I didn't watch it all the way to the end because I wanted to go play video games and be happy instead of
yeah,
I he was just kicking ass. Like I was like, this guy's gonna
he
win, so
was
I just
kicking ass.
stopped.
Here's the thing. He chose to use Shadow Jago against Sleep. He went with Shadow Jago against Sleep. He'd been using Shadow Jago pretty much the whole entire time in the KI Cup. At the very end, when he went up against My God, who was using Saberwolf, which is his main, I'm pretty sure, um, he chose to switch to Glacius out of the blue. I'm pretty sure people were surprised to see that, and because he had so much momentum with Shadow Jago. I mean, he was really fucking coming from all directions, dude. Just really taking it to another level. Just overdrive. you
I
know,
love
and
watching good saber wolves. Like anytime, like if I come across a
mhm.
Killer Instinct stream, it can be anybody. It can be like a nobody playing Killer
but
Instinct. If they are maining,
but
if they are maining
mhm.
as Saberwolf, I am all about that. I'm just watching in fascination because
Yeah.
Saberwolf is like the one Killer Instinct character that gets me hyped, dude. Like anytime I played as him in my past streams, like I just got excited to
Mm.
play him. I don't know why, and I really wanted to learn him. Even though obviously my best is Orchid, and what your best is Fulgor or Cinder.
Fulgor, I'm kind of working on my Cinder's okay. Like I've got him to level 50, but honestly, I think I'm getting better with Orchid, and I'm bringing her up to level 50. I'm getting her setups down nice and easy. Just freaking wall bouncing. Getting the wall bounce and managing to confirm it into something else, and then fucking smoke bomb with the overhead. That mix up. I'm managing to get a lot of good stuff with her. I'm trying to work on it still. She's like, I got her at like level 47, I think, right now. So she's almost to 50.
I I I think I maxed out my my Orchid actually, which I'm actually
Yeah,
very
I think
happy
so too.
about.
I think I saw it. I think I saw that.
Like
Yeah,
I there was a costume that I wanted
she was the first
so
character I
bad.
used. She was the first character I mained when the
She
original
was
season came out. The first season came out. She was my main.
actually my
I played Jago a
buddy.
little bit, but I
My
switched over a
buddy
little bit.
had me playing Jago, but that was like I had no idea what I was doing when I was playing it. He like,
How do
um,
you not have any idea
I
what you're
well he
doing when
was
he
I
plays
like
exactly like Ryu?
I
He's a
mean like
Shoto.
no I mean like when it came to combos and all that and I think I think it did hurt his feelings a little bit, but it was like I told him I was like I'm sorry dude, but learning a fighting game from you is the worst possible fucking thing. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I learned how to play Killer Instinct from Mauler. He sat down. He was like, "All right, this is how you do. This is how you do this. I went into training mode with you. I just watched you do a 60 hit combo and look. Just fuck.
Yeah, I showed you the formulas really
Yeah, and then
easily,
like
and yeah.
there's some people that are good at fighting games that can't teach worth a fuck. And I'm pretty sure if he really wanted to teach somebody how to play a fighting game, if he actually really concentrated on doing it, he could do it. And he's when it comes to I'm switching gears here, but still fighting games. Ultra Street Fighter 4, he mains Evil Ryu, and honestly, his Evil
Mm.
Ryu, I'm gonna say it right now, from all the footage I've seen from Gutex, and my buddy, he'll deny it. He'd be like, I'm not that good.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, I
he'll
really
deny
feel the
it.
same way about myself. Everybody
He'll
feels that way. I think.
his Evil
I think
Ryu
everybody feels that
could
way.
go toe to toe with Gutex. Honestly,
Mm.
like I played Gutex one match. I played him as Oni, and you know when
Hmm.
when when Gutex realized, oh, this guy could hit me, the second round, went very differently. It's just like
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I'm playing Gutex, and my character doesn't even hit the ground like half the fucking match. I'm just in the air getting killed. And
You just put
yeah,
the controller
yeah,
down. Just put the
yeah.
controller down for a minute and just let it happen.
That's it was like it was like I was screaming no, but he wasn't having any of that. So
Yeah, this sounds horrible.
so
This could be taken out
is
of
that
context,
is that too dark? Too dark?
really badly.
Too
That
dark?
is.
Too dark. I always got to have it too dark. Every podcast, gotta have it too dark. Last one was what, murdering kittens. This one is a rape joke.
Rape, basically. Rape.
But no,
We went there.
he
We went there.
he friggin' annihilated me that second round. I mean, he won the first round too, but barely. And that second round, he was like, "Oh, okay, dude." He went like
No more.
he
Yeah,
like
gloves are
he
off.
was like
Gloves are
full
off.
fucking health, and at the very end of the combo to kill me, he red focuses, and I'm like, "Do you really? That's a little overkill. I'm
Is that
already
necessary?
dead.
Is it necessary?
I'm already fucked." God, playing him is like a double espresso of fucking cunt. So I fucking hate
Oh
him.
man.
I've used a double espresso
Well,
kind of hate. That's my phrase.
What where was my train of thought before? We were
Um,
talking about the
Killer
Rico
Instinct,
Suave.
Rico Suave.
Yeah. He switched to Glacius. It was not a close match at all. I mean, it wasn't a close set of matches. He won 3-1. It did not come down to a nail biter.
Did he let him win one? You're like, there you go, buddy. There
It
you
was
go.
3-1. I don't know. I don't know. Rico Suave. Rico's very. He's good. Don't get me wrong, but he's very cocky. He taunts. He loves to. I mean, I guess that's a part of this. The strategy and stuff like that. But I don't know. Just the switch to Glacius. I've never seen him use that character often, or at least at all. If not at all. And to see him switch to that, it was just like, wait. But then again, like that matchup is probably not good for Saberwolf, is it? Or is it the other way around? I feel like it's a double-edged sword between the two.
I kind of feel like both of them
I feel
have
like it's a double-edged
advantages
sword.
against each other.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if you look at Saberwolf, he's kind of a Russian, and if you look at
Hmm.
Glacius,
And
he's
if he
kind
gets
of a
in on
footsie.
a zoner,
Yeah,
he's a zoner footsie,
but
exactly.
if you
If
can
he can
break,
get in on that,
if
it's pretty
Glacius
much
can break
trouble.
Saberwolf's done.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you
the
gotta
thing,
look at it this way.
exactly.
You gotta look at it this
So,
way. Saberwolf is a Russian character. Now, if he can
hmm
break Glacius, it doesn't matter because Glacius still has space between me and him. Like, say, if you break
yeah.
Glacius from his medium underground ice attack, what does it matter? You still have to run half a fucking screen in order to get him. By the time he's standing up, he's already blocking you. Glacius blocks you. He could shoulder in, or he can do his like from the
Hmm.
ground ice attack. So honestly, in my personal opinion, not being a professional, FGC, I honestly think Glacius has the advantage over Saberwolf. Now, and it really does come down to, it doesn't even come down to counter breaks. It comes down to just breaking the combo when it comes to Saberwolf and Glacius. And honestly, I think he would have stood a better chance either as Sadira or he would have,
Hmm.
or Con Ra, because let's face it, Con
Hmm.
Ra is basically a sand fucking version of Glacius.
He's a sandbagger. He
Yeah,
just sandbags the fuck out of you.
yeah, and I've had matches against Con Ra's that just build walls of
And
those fucking
that's
sand
what
things, and
I
I
found
hate it.
interesting. See, this is what I found interesting. Sleep is like he's up there. You know what I mean? He's pretty good himself. I mean, didn't they face off against each other before at Evo? And I don't know. Rico must have won, obviously. But I mean, like I'm sure he was using Con Ra because Sleep mains Con Ra most of the time. You know what I mean? That's what he does. But in the match with Rico's Shadow Jago, he ended up picking Arya.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Yeah, yeah, he picked Arya. And I
What?
mean, he won. I think he won one match. He won one match against Rico while he was using his Shadow Jago, and then Rico just took it. He won. I was just like, well, now that Sleep's out, I don't know who else could possibly go up against Rico. But then My God came in with Saberwolf, and then Rico switched to Glacius, and I was like, wow, this is very strange. But it ended up working in his favor because
Do you know who I thought while I was watching it? I maybe saw like two of Rico Suave's matches, and then they switched. I thought
mhm,
Ki for Life had a chance.
KI for life.
I
He
really
was
did.
starting up. He
He's
started up
kind of
pretty strong.
he
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 started pretty
he did
strong.
taunt a lot though. He's kind of a dick.
Yeah, well,
Like I don't know what it
I
like. Even like when you're
Rico.
watching the reveal of the new Rash,
I think
they were all celebrating Rash's new taunt, where Rash is
mhm,
kind of like humping the air,
pelvic
dancing.
thrusting.
Yeah, the
Yeah, he
pelvic
pelvic
thrusting,
thrusts.
and then they're like, "Oh yeah, we made it that we can permanently loop. You can do it fast, and then you can do it slow. Then you can do it."
You do
And then people were standing
slow.
up, humping the air, and
Doing
this girl is sitting on the fucking couch right
yeah.
next to this guy, humping the air, and she's like, "Oh my god." And I'm like,
um.
I'm watching this video. It's just like, wow. And his
Now,
ultra, not so impressive. By the way, Rash's ultra, I was like, yawn. I think they could have made it.
yeah.
I,
There's no. I mean, I like how it takes after the menu music. I like how it does that, but at the same time, I don't know. It was kind of mm,
yeah.
underwhelming. I would say underwhelming.
I mean
Very
that's
underwhelming.
it.
But
Battletoads is
still, him as a
one.
character.
There's a generation gap when it comes to Battletoads. Anyway, so if you
Yeah,
tell
no.
them, yeah, he's going to be doing it to do the menu music to this, and everybody's going to be like, okay, the menu music to what?
What is
You
the
know, like what the fuck are you talking about?
well? Well, usually the people that have played Battletoads. I mean, there's a lot of those people obviously did play Battletoads though. There were some fans of it probably, and Maximilian probably turned on a lot of people to it as well. But
Yeah, all right. I have this
one thing.
theory. Speaking of Maximilian, I have this theory,
Mm,
and I was
I didn't
talking
want
about it.
to.
I was
All
talking
right.
about it at my buddy's house. I was talking about Dragon
uh
Ninja's house, and I was talking to Travis about it. I was talking to Mike about it, and I'm like, I honestly believe that Ed Boon is making MKX on Maximilian's lead, full blown.
Hmm?
Yeah, everything Max wanted in that game, he got. He got Predator. He got Alien. He got his new net code that he always bitched about.
Well, it wasn't just Maximilian that
And then,
wanted
like,
it. Once
you
Maximilian,
know how many fucking interviews Ed Boon has mentioned Maximilian? A lot.
I'm sure he. Here's the
Maximilian
deal.
even like saw one of the interviews, and he made a video about it. He's like, he mentioned me, and I'm like, everything that
Senpai
Max
noticed
says.
me.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Senpai noticed
Say
me.
yeah, and I'm like looking. He's like talking about NECA. He's talking about wouldn't it be so awesome if Alien came in here because Alien's my favorite movie. And I'm like,
Well,
Ed Boon's like,
hold on, hold
Max
on, hold on.
wants it. Fuck it, give it to him. You know, like.
Nah, it's not. It's not just Max.
I don't
That's
know if
just
it's coincidence
here's
though.
the deal.
I mean,
No,
obviously,
it's
Alien and
complete. It's
Predator
not
go hand in
coincidence.
hand
It's just
though.
that it's not coincidence. It's just common. It's common marketing. That's
Yeah,
all.
I mean,
I mean,
Alien and
people
Predator.
had been complaining. Listen. People had been complaining about marketing. I mean, marketing. You got me talking about marketing now. People have been complaining about the netcode for the longest time in MKX, and not only that, but
Yeah, it's pretty garbage. I
they've
heard.
said yeah, they've said that they've wanted more guest characters as well. I mean, you get those people though that say like, "What's with all the guest characters?" characters were all the Mortal Kombat characters, but a handful of, more than there's a majority out there that basically says, we want more guest characters, and they decided to go with the opposite.
I think the reason why it looks like that he's giving it to Max is because like I've only heard Max talk about it because I don't play MKX, and of course like
There's a
I've
shit
heard
ton of people that have talked about
yeah there's like I heard the netcode. I'm honestly surprised that the game has been out this long and they're already like, all right, well, we'll give you new netcode. It is kind of shitty what they're doing to PC players, so I do feel bad.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's not bring up sour subjects. This is a feel good podcast. Let's kind of.
Even though I was actually debating, like, ah, man, I'm thinking about getting MKX on PC. Nope.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, okay. All right, switching gears here. Last night, I spent 2 hours doing something.
Okay.
And I walked away from the game. I didn't stream it. I didn't record it. I didn't do anything. But I couldn't beat the game. And I was so pissed. There was this one part on this game on my PC. I bought it. I got it on sale. And I couldn't beat it. You hop on a turret and you kill just dozens upon dozens of dudes. And then after you kill those dudes, hold on. After you kill those dudes, you have to turn the turret around and kill more dudes, and then you have to kill a rocket launch. You have to kill this rocket launcher that looks like something out of Metal Slug. You have to shoot the rockets coming at you. Then you have to keep the guys away from the back of the fucking Jeep that you're using the turret on. All right, so at the end of the game, I finally got past that part, and it took at least 30 to 40 tries. And I got so good at that part that like they weren't even jumping up on the Jeep anymore. I was just like, I was figuring out. It had to be done so perfectly.
Yeah.
And so I finally got past that part, and I'm like, oh my god, dude! I dropped the game for months. It was Shank 2.
Oh wow.
Shank 2.
Okay, yeah.
Shank
I thought
1.
You were gonna bring that up.
Shank
I thought you were
1.
gonna say that.
If you look at my Steam library, Shank 1, 4 hours, breeze right through it, normal, whatever. This was on normal, and it was whooping my ass. Like, Shank 2 is no fucking joke, dude. I was playing this, and the last boss was actually kind of a joke. I kind of figured him out.
Mm-hmm.
It only took me like 5 lives to be like, oh, okay, this is how you kill this dickhead. And it's like, all right. But that one turret part in Shank 2, if anybody has Shank 2 and you get to that turret part, you're going to know what the fuck I'm talking about because it's borderline impossible. And at the end of the game, it tells you your stats and all that. I died 64 fucking times.
Mm-hmm.
And
wow.
The game is mega violent. It's really, really cool. When you can pull off really cool combos.
I don't know. Calling it Shank isn't enough, I guess.
I know. Yeah, it wasn't a clue enough that this video game is violent.
You just get a brief cutscene of somebody getting shanked.
Yeah.
Like, fucking.
I mean, like that's like really what you do the whole game. I mean, like you can grab like one of the big dudes and just start shanking the shit out of them and throw them. I do recommend Shank 1 and Shank 2. Dude, this game played on my laptop, and my laptop is poopy. It might actually play on your laptop too. It's really really kind of cool. It really is. It really is poopy. But I beat it. When I beat Shank 1, I'm like, sweet. I'm going through my library of games. I'm beating them. I uninstalled it, and then I went through and I played Shank 2. I uninstalled it. Another notch in the wall of victory for man against video games, and I'm super fucking happy about it. Anyways,
back to but just to close up on the I know we're jumping around a lot, but to close up on the KI,
the A.D.D podcast.
Yeah, this is what we should rename it, really.
Yeah. Knob and Mauler A.D.D podcast.
Oh, look, a puppy.
A butterfly. My dog is pooping. Why is my cat doing that against the wall?
To close up on the Killer Instinct World Cup.
Yay, porn!
They made the first announcement. They made the first announcement of Kim Woo being
We're gonna
released
need,
for season three.
we're gonna need a
Um,
whole nother podcast to talk about Berserk.
I know.
We're gonna, dude, because
All right, let me finish. Let me finish.
I've been
Let me finish
thinking more.
before
Just so you
we
know, I've been
continue.
thinking more about it, and I have a lot more to say now. But anyways, continue.
I know we do have a lot more. We got a lot to say.
I think our next podcast is gonna
But
be on that movie. So there you go, people. Next
your ears
podcast.
are going to be
Next
bleeding,
podcast.
listeners.
Next podcast. We have things to talk about in the anime scope. We're gonna talk about one anime, and we're gonna be talking about other animes. But anyways, go ahead with the Killer Instinct.
After the announcement was made, the original initial announcement for Kim Woo was made. They came back into some announcers came in. And there was the guy who announced the first one. He comes back saying, "We've finished the teaser. We've finished the teaser for Kim Woo, and we've got a little extra announcement to make, and we'd like you all to take a look." So they put on the video. Everything seems the same. We're like, Kim Woo, okay, fine. Like what's all right. So they're obviously gonna do this trailer. Then there's gonna be like a teaser at the end of it for the next character, and I'm pretty sure nobody, I don't know if anybody expected this or not. It didn't seem like, I didn't expect it. I was like, get the fuck out of here. It was amazing. They announced, I'm pretty positive that they announced Arbiter
Oh no,
from the Halo series.
I believe that motherfucker is gonna be in that game. I truly believe it.
Yeah, he's got to be. I mean,
That is
and
one of the coolest things that they can do. That is something that
mm-hmm,
that really makes people pay attention to the Halo franchise again too.
mm-hmm,
It like things like
yep,
that is good marketing, and they're using
mm-hmm,
something really cool to market a game that markets another game, which it's fucking genius. And
mm-hmm.
not to mention the Arbiter, he has that sword. I mean,
Yeah,
come
the
on.
energy sword. I mean, not the energy. It's not the energy sword. It's a specific sword. I forget what it's called. It's something Bane. I forget what it is. Something Prophet's Bane. I think it's called Prophet's Bane or whatever.
It's kind of like
Um,
dude. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like this. It's like MKX has like Predator and Alien. Killer Instinct is gonna have full gore in the Arbiter. There you
yeah, not
go.
only that,
It's
but
like it's like parodies of because that's what full gore is.
I'm
Full
kind
gore
of.
is like a parody of
Mhm.
of all sorts of like pop culture shit in the
Like
'90s.
a
Yeah,
Terminator kind
Terminator,
of mixed with cyborg,
RoboCop,
just all kinds of different
yeah,
shit. RoboCop,
yeah,
exactly. That's a good one.
or
But you
Predator.
know what I'm really happy about? Some people were saying, "Oh, like why Arbiter? Why didn't they put Master Chief in?" And I, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the Arbiter fits a lot better now. Glacius isn't the only
I think
alien in the
Arbiter
cast,
fits
and I think
better.
that's awesome.
I think Arbiter fits better
Hmm.
than Rash because let's face it, the Arbiter has no relevance to the Ultra Tech. Rash has no relevance to the Ultra Tech. These are just guest characters that are just giving
Well,
people, you know.
in a way, Rash does because think about it. Rash he ends up using these portals to travel into other dimensions or whatever, other universes. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about Battletoads is that you travel through portals, and that's why he in his intro he comes in through a portal. He comes in through a portal because he's jumping into the Killer Instinct universe. And I think that's fucking hilarious. I think that plays out nicely. It fits him, but at the same time, it makes sense because that's how he would get around, and it makes sense that they're both rare game. They're both rare properties, and that they would tie them together like that. As for Arbiter, since he's an alien, I feel like his combat is more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's more. I feel like his combat style would fit in better than uh, Master Chief
I think it's gonna. I think
because
we're honestly with the Arbiter. I think we're gonna see a lot of sword play out of him.
of course, yeah, definitely.
I mean, seeing the Arbiter kick would be really weird.
You know what'd be
It'll be
crazy?
really
You
low
know what'd
and
be
stiff.
crazy? If it'd be fucking nuts if in Instinct he has like active camo or some shit.
Like that fucking
Like
shield.
fucking reptile.
Oh my god,
Like fucking
no.
reptile invisibility. Oh
No.
my god.
Come on, you know how many
That just
people have invincibility or invisibility?
I know I know it's a common gimmick, but still, it's awesome. It doesn't change the fact that it's cool,
Oh,
and
you're
nobody
like,
gets tired of seeing it or using it.
or like, what was it? What was the one from Halo Reach where you could like just hit your fist on the ground and just become a rock? You're just there. You know, like say if you're about to get hit by a
Oh,
warthog, you're about to get hit by a
armor
warthog.
lock.
Yeah,
That
armor lock.
I
I mean,
hated
like,
that
can
ability.
you
I
imagine
hated
just
that
how
ability at first.
confused people would be what to do with that? They'd be like,
I don't know. Be
I
like, do I
can't,
even approach this guy?
I
Like,
can't.
what is he gonna do? Is he gonna like?
Is he gonna hump my
Is he gonna? Is he
face?
gonna?
Is he gonna hump my face from
Is he
armor
gonna
lock?
EMP my shadow meter or something? What is the? How
I,
does this work?
Oh, you know, that'd be funny if like his
Uh,
ultra had a warthog come in behind him and hit you.
oh my
You're like,
God!
hey,
Fucking that would
Rash's
be
bike does it. Why not?
that would be
No,
better as a no. That would be better as an
no.
ultimate or no
God, what was
mercy or
the?
something like
God, I
that.
haven't played Halo in
But
so fucking long. What's the little thing that you could ride on that was like?
Ghost,
Yes,
Ghost, Ghost.
have a ghost come
Yeah.
in and hit you. Yes.
Yeah, that would make more sense since he's an alien. But yeah, the KI Cup was awesome. I felt like it was really great that so many people went to attend it and so many people actually watched on Twitch. I mean, at one point, I'm pretty sure in the finals there was like over 20,000 viewers on Maximilian's channel watching the cup. And it was just freaking sick. It's so great to see that like there's so many people jumping in on it and actually like enjoying the game and appreciating it. Because it's you can see how small it started. You know what I mean? Not so many people. So many people were saying, "Oh, KI is going to be dead." This and that. Obviously not, because we're on to season 3. It's what, 2 years now almost? It's almost been 2 years, I think, right? Something like that. Maybe not 2 years, but getting there. It's going to get there, and I feel like the game has actually, it's like an underdog story in a way. I think it's come up very well, and that it's proving to be very successful compared
Um,
to other fighters.
at Splice Helix just tell me that modding that chat room was stressful, and the peak views on Max's channel for the KI coverage was 28,000.
Amazing,
That was the
amazing. I just
peak.
love it.
And I mean that just
I
goes
love
to
it.
show you that Killer Instinct, and like you said, Killer Instinct is not dead. I don't think it's anywhere near death. Um,
Nowhere near. It's just starting.
and yeah, and
You
like with season 3, honestly, I'm excited to see. And I feel like I'm the only one, and I'm wondering if they're going to do this with him. I'm excited to see
Mm.
Tusk, and
Oh yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
wondering if they're going to
We need a
do
we
the
need a
back.
barbarian.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to do his back view like they did in the previous KIs, where you rarely saw his front. Because
Oh,
when
you
you
like
fought his
that
Tusk,
strange position
yeah,
that
when
he
you fought his
had?
Tusk, you're looking at
Yeah.
his back. You're not looking at his front like the other,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
characters.
I remember.
That's what
It's
I'm wondering.
so strange. It
Are
was,
they going to
yeah.
do that again? And
That's weird.
also, are they going to, are they going to update him? Are they going to make him wear something modern, or are they going to keep him as the barbarian? These are some of the questions I have
One
on my mind. But
one
there's
thing
also alternative
one thing I
outfits.
demand. One thing I demand. We need Orchid's KI2 costume. We need it.
I don't
We
remember what that
need
looks like.
this
I need Orchid's.
ass,
I need
man.
Orchid's
That
ultimate.
ass.
I need Orchid's ultimate to show some titties.
No mercy.
That's
The
what
no
we need.
mercy one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need the no mercy of Orchid just showing them, them fun bags.
Yeah.
I will buy 4 copies of Killer Instinct. I don't even know how that's possible. I will go out and buy
The
another Xbox.
KI2
You know,
Killer Instinct 2
I have
with
something to
Orchid,
look
she
up on
had
DeviantArt later.
basically. Yeah, yeah, you need to you need to you need to look it up. Yeah.
Like
But
all
yeah.
of a sudden, music is. I'm going to see some Orchid titties, and they're going to be like, oh. I wonder if there's like a
Yeah.
developer at Iron Galaxy, man. Hey, you got the model for Orchid? Hey, could you send that file to me? Okay, cool.
Did you
What do you want? Nothing. I just want to
just
make a.
creeper
I
status?
just want to make a new costume, and I'm going to call the costume "Not Wearing
Yeah.
a Goddamn Thing" and looking awesome. What? This is why I wish
Oh
America
man.
was more like Japan. They don't give a shit about nudity.
They don't give a shit.
They
It's
don't give a
fucking.
shit.
Who gives a fuck, man?
Hey,
Honestly, it's a
just a
fucking
Japanese
game.
man walking down the street. Hi, how are you? Here's my dick. You okay? No one cares. Ha ha ha. Anyways,
And
um, like
it's so biased.
let's make Orchid more like Armika visually.
Right? No. But
Except,
seriously, her KI2 outfit shows off her like she has nothing covering up her ass. Like
oh
that
God, no,
thing,
yeah, nothing.
yeah, it's basically like KI1, the retro for her in season 1. it's like a full bodysuit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool. That was a good one too. But I feel like they're so reserved now. Like, girls especially girls in fighting games nowadays, like they're so fucking like conservative about it. You know what I mean? Everybody's afraid to like, because they're afraid of the backlash. Everybody's afraid of the.
Wait. Simple idea. We're gonna make a fighting game called Nude 2000 Fighter. Yes, Nude 2000 Fighter. We're gonna get Betty Boop.
But that's the thing.
We're gonna get Bugs Bunny.
In honest.
We're going to get Bugs Bunny dressed as cross-dressing, and then we're going to get Bugs Bunny.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so we're going to get April O'Neil. Not the Nickelodeon April O'Neil. We're going to get the of-age April O'Neil, also as a fighting character. I'm thinking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, April O'Neil. I mean, that'd be nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
Or we can get the cartoon '90s April O'Neil.
Got some ideas.
Yeah, or an idea was just thrown at me. Wilma from the Flintstones. And her neighbor Betty. So
yeah, I was about to say, what happened to
two Bettys for the price of one.
Tag team.
Tag team. Yes, yes. No Fred Flintstone. None at all.
Fred Flintstone. No
Fred Flintstone.
That would just be weird.
That would
make it weird.
I don't want to see those type of rocks. So
get out of here, Barney.
Exactly. Exactly.
But on a more serious note about that subject, I feel like it's so biased that everybody's so conservative about the women in fighting games or any other game in general, really, because they're afraid of so much backlash from society. You don't see this happening with the men of video games and fighting games and all this shit. What do men
all right. I
in
have
video
to say
games
this
look
though.
like?
I got to say this though. Like when's the last time you saw a dick in Street Fighter? I mean,
okay, but I'm not talking.
Or a dick anywhere.
No, we're not talking about.
I mean,
we're not talking about sexual parts here, but we're talking about the way women look in terms of fitness.
Well, I mean, like then you got guys that just wear pants and like for instance, Alex on Third Strike. He's muscly on top, and he's not wearing a shirt, but
But that's what I'm trying to say. There's the bias here. Listen to the bias here. Wait. Listen. They talk about the way that women look in video games in terms of how they look fit-wise. Oh, they have slim waists, and they have thick, like nice thick thighs, and they look good, I mean, they look good. That's what it is. So you get that kind of bias.
Why don't people?
You
know what I really don't get. This is the part I don't fucking get about this. All right, like everybody's like, oh my God, women, they're scantily clad, they're wearing next to nothing, they're skinny and beautiful. Because no one wants to see ugly people. No one.
It's the same.
No one wants to look at an ugly bitch in a game. That's why people come out with nude mods.
How many men in video games? That's the thing. How many men in video games?
Hi, my name is Mike. I'm straight. And I want to see some titties. That's all I want out of life. In my video games, movies, and any other source of media. I'm watching the news.
It's not just a one-way street.
When I watch the news, which is barely, I'm just looking at the newscaster going, God, this would be so much better with no shirt. Yeah, I could take that robbery, hijacking, and terrorist news. If you weren't wearing,
you gave me this depressing ass news about all this murder and everything.
Yeah, at least you can do is show me your cooch. Because it's the thing. Women are like, oh my God. Well, it really is. It's like men in these games. They're muscular. They're made to look good. The men are also fit. The men are fit. The men are also not wearing shirts.
But nobody says shit about that.
I love Rosie O'Donnell naked, Catalyst. Fuck you. Anyways. I will bang Rosie O'Donnell and Betty White and film it and send it to my own mother.
All right.
Fuck off.
All right.
Anyways, I see what you're saying here is that the men are just as revealed. They are, but the thing is that as men, we don't care though, but they do because they're
But that's
obviously.
The thing. It shouldn't. And then with one word.
Do you know why men don't care? Because we don't have pussies.
Let me.
We do not have pussies.
Equality. Let me sum this up with
Okay,
one word.
yeah, okay,
Equality. There you go.
equality. I can get that.
Equality.
I can get that. But last I checked, I had a dick.
No,
So,
I said that sarcastically,
so
Nom. I said that sarcastically. You obviously didn't get that.
equality.
I said
Put the bitch in the
equality.
NFL. See how long she lasts. All right. you know.
Like,
Don't get me
I
wrong.
just
I'm not
feel
a I'm
like
not a
it's
misogynist,
not a
sexist
one-way street.
asshole. It's just like
Me neither.
you're
Me
really
neither.
this
By no
really is
means.
like I mean it's really kind of unfair. I think people are just bitching about. And you know what the funny thing is? These women are bitching about fictional characters.
Exactly. When we do
Fictional
this in real,
characters. How many women do you see
go?
cosplaying? How many? You were about to say that, weren't you?
There's
You're about to say that. How many women do you,
what?
how many women go to these conventions are
There's a
cosplaying as these
shit
video
ton.
game characters wearing border? Do you know what the difference between a cosplayer and a woman wearing like a bathing suit? There's a lot more painting involved in the fucking cosplay. But then of course at the other same
There's a
time
lot more work
there
into
are
the.
women that dress up as Shepard from like fucking Mass Effect where they're completely
Oh
covered.
yeah, well
And
that's
I
awesome.
respect that too.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Women
yeah,
can
no,
love
definitely.
video games.
Listen,
Women can love video
cosplaying
games
is
and wear clothes.
cosplaying.
Yeah, yeah. I like honestly.
Cosplaying is cosplaying.
Look,
If
look.
you can make it look authentic and look awesome, good for you. I like it.
Yeah,
I love it.
and then
Bam.
yeah. I mean, Splice actually just made a point. Men are ripped in video games. Unattainable, unrealistic bodies works both ways. Exactly.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not a one. It's
Fucking
not a
exactly.
one-way street. Not a
No,
one-way
it's
street.
not. It's
There
not
you
a
go.
one-way fucking street. That is a great point right there. He probably worded it better than both of us combined.
I was trying to say that, but you kept cutting me off.
I
I was
can't
trying to
help
say it's
it.
not a one-way street.
I know.
You keep.
It's just like I just don't. I never really understood why people were so concerned with how physical. Like, well, we don't want our
Yeah.
children thinking this is. Well, here's an idea: be a parent and don't buy the
Be a
game for your
parent.
kid.
Be a
You stupid
responsible
fuck.
parent. Exactly. Be a responsible parent and fucking buy something that is
You
reasonable, that
know.
is appropriate for your child.
Exactly. Don't
Rated
buy him
E for
something with the.
everyone.
Don't buy him something with the Olsen twin. Oh, no, wait, no, never mind. Anyways,
Yeah.
Mahler,
Bad influence. Bad
that's
influence.
about the. Yeah, no, right. Well, it's like meth drop kicked them in the face from Full House.
Ugh,
Anyways,
God, poor things.
uh,
Are they in Fuller House?
dude,
Do
they're
they come back for Fuller
no,
House?
no, they are not. They're not they're unfuckable too, which is amazing. Um, I'm like pointing out I'd fuck Betty White before I'd fuck the Olsen twins. Jesus Christ.
Damn. Yeah, that's
They
pretty
look
bad.
it's like you know the faces of meth. Imagine just like putting Full House picture and then them now.
You know you done fucked up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty bad.
when Nom won't fuck it, you done fucked up. So, anyways, well,
But-
it's about that time, Mahler.
Yeah.
I do have
All
5 minutes, and anyways, my name is Nom. This is Mahler. This is the Nom and Mahler ADD podcast.
Yeah, we were all
where
over
we
the place.
scream about all sorts of shit. The next podcast is going to be paying more attention to the animes that we watched, and specifically one anime that Mahler had me watch. And what was that anime? Berserker? Is it Berserk or Berserk?
Berserk.
Berserk.
It's
All right.
Berserk.
Berserk.
It's
All right. So he had me watch the first movie, Berserk, from the anime series back from '99. They decided to make a few movies. There's about 3 movies total. That I did watch the first movie with Mahler, and we do have some commentary to say about this. It's not your typical anime. It is full of action. But it is
needs
very
your attention.
It needs your attention. The anime is very thought provoking. It'll make you think about stuff. Anime. Anyways, it'll make you think about stuff. It really does leave off on a cliffhanger too. So we're definitely gonna have to watch the other ones as well.
Well, you know what? I recommend watching the original series. If you're a fan of if you're not that big of a, I mean, if you're an anime fan that you don't mind the animation back in those days, like 1999 animations, I strongly recommend watching the original series. The original series there's so much more character development. There's so much, everything is fleshed out so much better. The movies were really just meant as like a summary of the original anime series, and they end it at there. And now they're rebooting they're not rebooting. They're coming out with another anime series of it that's going to continue the story later on this year.
Yeah, and
So,
I just noticed that Catalyst
talk
said
about that
that
next
Nom
time.
wants the Rufus D too. That is not true, Catalyst. I do not want the Rufus D because I wouldn't be able to
Rufus.
find. I wouldn't be able to
You
find
know,
it on Rufus anyway. So, anyways,
Rufus is an exception. That's the
he does have some great titties. Side boob.
thing.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so
Sweaty
much for
side boob.
listening. Like, comment, subscribe. This shit's going to be thrown up on YouTube. It's going to be on the highlights of my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Evil Nom. Thank you guys so much for listening and coming into the stream and listening to my video. Have a
Thank
great
you.
one.